Welcome. I'm Christina Simmons, and I'm so glad that you've decided to spend time this week here at the Say Yes to Holiness Transformation Online Summit. A lot of people have asked me, what's the difference between a conference and a summit? A conference is someplace where you go in order to learn. Yes, you're probably with other people, you're listening to speakers, you're spending time in conversation. But the purpose of a summit is in order to try and focus upon solving a problem. And what's the greatest problem that we're facing right now? Living through a pandemic. How is it that we can make this still a truly blessed and grace-filled time? How is it, as our theme says, how can we pivot towards our best selves? In order to try and go at that problem and have conversations, and that's what this entire summit is about, is I brought together a very diverse group of people. People from all ends of the spectrum who have different perspectives about what it is that we need to be focusing upon so we can become our best selves as we're coming out on the other side of this pandemic. We're still in the midst of it. Our world is far from being back to quote normal, and it probably won't be for a long time, which is all the more reason for us to be intentional about sharing ideas and thoughts and entering into serious conversation about how it is that we need to be trying to become our best selves. For me, becoming my best self has always been about pursuing holiness. My Say Yes to Holiness ministry has always been about that. And holiness, very simply, is transforming union with God. I'm a Roman Catholic, and I believe that we can all be saints with God's grace. All of us have a different path to get there because all of us are unique and unrepeatable signs of His love in the world. I have a diverse group of people, as I've said. Some and most are Catholic or Christian. Some are not. The fact is, though, is that all of us have something to contribute around the table. And what's important is for us to listen and then to share, because all of us can help each other on the journey of trying to figure out, in particular right now, this challenge that we have before us in trying to live through this pandemic and being able to come out of it as our best selves. So I invite you to truly enter into this week with an open heart and mind, with the idea of, let me challenge my assumptions that I might have. Let me rediscover what are my core principles, and then let me dream big. Let me go ahead and let me envision a life that maybe I won't have envisioned before because I had particular assumptions or I had forgotten what it was that was truly important to me. I'm hoping in the course of these 4 days that you'll have the opportunity to be able to do just that. And so at the end of our time together, I pray that all of us together will have been able to have wonderful conversation, be able to get to know one another, and at the other side, be able to have some good takeaways so that we can apply them to our lives and we can truly continue to be pivoting towards our best selves. A few practical things is that you'll find in the comments, the discussion of this video, you'll see a link to be able to download your summit guide. In that summit guide is a table of contents, of course, but then also a welcome letter from me, but also about how this summit works. You have registered for free, and the majority of all of what it is that we do is completely free. So what works is that you now have access to all of these videos on the YouTube channel. Make use of them however you want. Go ahead, there is no set schedule that you have to watch them. However, I do invite you to take a look at the schedule of who the different presenters are going to be on the discussion panels. And I invite you to watch those videos first. That way you can watch them and you can come up with questions or thoughts that you might want to enter and engage with those same people when they're on the discussion panel. So for example, I'm going to be available at all of them, but I'll be intentionally making myself available for questions during tomorrow night, or I should say May 19th, Tuesday night, at the 8 p.m. Eastern Time session. At that point, if you have questions about the presentations that I've done or anything else that you want to ask me, I'll be making myself available. In the same way, our entire panel of speakers, there's more than 30 speakers that are going to be coming together. Most of them have done a video. I suggest you watch that video first. Take notes. That's what the entire guide is for, is that you have their biographies, and then for each one you have you have an opportunity to be able to take notes on their video, and then it also is a good reminder for you of who is coming up next. So if you just follow through the guide, you'll be able to know who's going to be presenting when. And there's also, at the very end of the entire guide on the back page, is an entire discussion panel. That way you can circle it, check it, but you can take it out and you can put it up on your refrigerator if that's what you need to do, so that you can make sure that you're catching whatever panel it is that you want to catch. All of those panels, as I said, are live, and you'll be able to watch them. You should have also received a Zoom link in the email that you received. When we go live, you can come in on Zoom, or you can actually watch through Facebook. I'm going to be streaming the Zoom feed into Facebook, into the Summit Facebook page off of Say Yes to Holiness. So if you would prefer to watch through Facebook, go right ahead. You'll be able to put comments in there as well as in Zoom, and being able to interact. If you're on Zoom, you would have a chance to be able to actually ask your question verbally, and engage a little bit more with the presenters, other than just putting it in the comments box for Facebook Live. And that's part of why I'm hosting it on Zoom, is so that way we truly can have conversation. One of the things that I had always hoped for when I had dreamed of hosting such an event was that we would come together physically. But our current world circumstances are such that we can't do that. So instead, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pivot, and we're going to do our best that we can to be able to share ideas and thoughts and have those conversations that can truly be transformative. And therein, the Say Yes to Holiness Transformative Online Summit. I am praying that you will join us also after each of the sessions, or before. We're going to be joining in prayer. One of the things that this pandemic has shown us is that no one is immune. All of us are vulnerable. But the flip side of that is the fact that none of us are alone, and we're particularly united in prayer. So if it is your desire, please feel free to participate in the prayer sessions that we will have at the end of the 12 p.m. session, at the beginning of the 4 p.m. session, and at the end of the 8 p.m. session. And all those times I'm referring to are Eastern Time. So we'll be praying the Regina Coeli after the noon time. We'll pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet before the 4 p.m. and we'll pray the Rosary after the 8 p.m. session. So I look forward to spending time with you all throughout this week, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Enjoy the videos, and please know that if you want to be able to watch all of the recordings of the videos, of the discussions, then you can get a premium pass. And what that premium pass does is that it allows you to be able to watch all the live recordings at your leisure at any point after they have happened, of course. And it also gives you on-demand access to all the talks after the summit has ended. Plus, You get some bonus materials that our presenters are in the process of putting together. So all of that is on a membership site that you will have access to for up to 4 months after the summit ends, so all the way through summertime. So if you know that your schedule is such that you're not going to be able to join us for a noontime session, for example, but you wanted to listen to one of the presenters, then you can always purchase a premium pass. And not only that, but then you also have all the time that you want to be able to watch all those videos that we have available for you. So you don't have to try and watch them all between now and Friday night at midnight. So again, welcome. I'm pleased that you're here. And please reach out to me. Let me know if there's anything that I can do to help. God bless, and see you soon.